Malachi Tony. So I'm gonna take that away.
Malachi and Mark.
Yeah, we got Malachi and Mark Fletcher, so you can't pick one of them. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Sports with your boy DP. And we live, baby. And you see I got the gang with me again, man. I'm going to go ahead and introduce my folks that came in here to join with me and talk about a little Miami Hurricane football. I got my guy Brady with me. Brady, introduce yourself. Tell the people they can find you.
Yeah, my name's Brady. You can find me usually on TikTok Live with TDG. It's going to be Brady with a little cross symbol with a U, TDG in parentheses, just like here. And on YouTube, you can find me at the Canes fan 26.
And then I got my boy right beneath me. I got my boy Dusty. Dusty, introduce yourself. Let people know where they can find you.
What's going on, family? I'm right there with Brady up there. You can find me at TDG Dusty. It'll pop right up. We're on the road to 50K, so let's lock in with it, man.
Yes, sir. Lock in with my boy. And then last but not least, I got my boy Ball out joining us, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself, big dog. Let people know they can find you, man.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Ball Out Tommy Clips, man. You can find me at Ball Out Tommy Clips, at Ball Out Tommy Clips on YouTube, TikTok. And that's pretty much it. I just got my X started, but if y'all want to follow me on there, I don't really have too much content, but check me out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, man, we're in the off season, fellas, man. And we must say, even though we didn't get the gold, we didn't get the championship, it was a hell of a season nonetheless. Because during the regular season, it got a little shaky, but we got up in that playoff, made something shake, made some noise, and took advantage of our opportunity and got all the way to the dance. But now it's the off season, man. Now we're in this transfer portal making moves, man. And we was worried about a quarterback for a while. But guess what? We got our quarterback, guys.
Yeah, we did.
We got that boy, Darren Mensah. From old Duke. Duke tried to hold him hostage. They tried to sue my boy. But you can't hold him down. You can't lock my boy down. So fellas, I gotta ask y'all, how y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling about our new quarterback, Darren Mensah? I'm gonna start off with Brady. Let us know.
Boy, oh boy. Where do I start with this one? I had to say I wanted this dude when he left Tulane. Before everything happened with Carson Beck and before he signed with Duke, I looked at everybody, even on TikTok Live. I said, hey, Mensah the one. I'm telling you, the dude's a baller. Well, then he signed with Duke. We went with Carson. But then he went back to the portal. I guess he decided 7-5 in an ACC title game wasn't enough. He wanted to get back to the Natty. So he got to go join a real squad. So, but of course, hey, QB1 for right now. But of course, we know everything's got to go down on Green Tree. Yeah, Mario's going to put the best person out there. But I have to say, we give him this money, man.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
he's
bro.
gonna be good.
Nah, say we ain't gonna fake the funk, man. You know,
Nah.
we already know who the starting quarterback is. You feel
Facts.
me? So ain't no reason to fake the funk. Dusty, how you feeling, man? Let us know how you
I
feeling.
I feel like I did when we got Cam Ward almost at the same feeling kind of thing. He moves around, and with us, how many we lost? 4 starters, right, on the O line.
Yeah, we
4
lost
starters.
Noah,
Or
Cooper, and we lost
Bell.
Bell for sure. Oh
So
yeah,
we
we lost
got
Tanner.
we got a lot of new faces, man. So it's unsure. I mean, I would trust my guys. They, whatever.
Oh yeah.
If we have a guy that can move in the pocket, that's what we need right now. Just in case we can't be like a Carson Beck situation, trusting in our pocket. We had the best O line in the nation. Don't care what anybody says. You can talk to a wall about that. Carson Beck just couldn't move. He showed a little bit in the playoffs, but he wasn't reliable for you to bounce out the pocket and keep looking downfield the way Darian Mensah does. I think he had the most downfield passes in college football too. You can correct me if I'm not. But that's what we need. That's what Cam Ward was. That's when we succeeded.
Yeah, I definitely feel like he gonna open up our offense a lot more. You feel me? Ball out. How you feeling, my guy?
Hey man, as soon as I found out that he was hitting the portal and possibly coming here, I went in. I made a reaction video to his highlights on my page, and I gotta say, man, 6'3", 205 pounds, almost 400 yards in total, only 6 interceptions. I say, man, welcome to the U, man, and
Yes, sir.
bringing his star wide receiver with him, along with Malachi Tony and all of the weapons that we have. I was excited. I was ecstatic. Ecstatic. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, welcome to the U. And like Dusty said, his best throws are pretty much when he's under pressure. From what I understand, his best throws are those off guard throws, like when he's under pressure and he's got the defense after him. So that's what we were lacking this year with Carson Beck. All you had to do was pressure Carson Beck, and he would panic and probably go to the opposite defense. So
he looks downfield a lot.
Right.
Yeah,
He stays.
Yeah.
And what I will say, man, how I feel about Darren Mensah, like I feel like he give us like a mixture of like a little bit of Cam Ward and a little bit of Carson Beck. Like, you feel me? Where you know how Cam Ward may be like Cam Ward, he was too, you feel me, wanting the big play all the time. And whereas, you feel me, Carson Beck really ain't take a chance on a big play enough. I feel like Darren Mensah is kind of in the middle where he will take the big play when it's there, but if it's not there, he's willing to take the check downs. I feel like he's a great mixture of what Cam Ward and Carson Beck brought to the Miami Hurricanes, man. I really feel like he's going to have this offense very explosive. I feel like he's going to take this offense to another level, man. I feel like Dawson is probably doing the, you feel me? Hello, you feel me? Dawson probably turned up right now, man.
You're on a run with it.
The playbook is open, baby. The playbook is open. You feel me? He finna do his thing. We got Chris Goons in here, man. What Chris Goons talking about? Go Canes, man. Go. Guys, O-line will get better, especially practicing with the D-line and Mario and Alex Mirabal, coaching them up as also offensive line coaches. Listen.
That D-line scary.
Listen. I was just I watched Miami Flow, shout out to Miami Flow. I just watched this podcast. And what I will say, I had wrote a comment and said, man, like, I do question the offensive line only because it's the only, you feel me, group that's probably like has the less proven guys per se, you feel me? But I do gotta trust, Coach Mario Cristobal and Coach Mirabal, what they bring to the table. And I gotta trust that they're gonna develop these guys. And worst come to worst, like they have no choice but to get better because the defensive line they gotta go against every day on Green Tree. They're gonna bust their shit every single day until they get better. I'm just being real. You have no choice but to get better. You feel me?
Mhm.
Unless you want to just go out there and lay down every single practice. Because the D-line you going against, working against, man, we bringing back
Yeah.
some dogs, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm getting to this portal class also, man. 24/7 Sports has Miami ranked as the 4th rated portal class in the nation, man. So how y'all feeling about that? Dusty, talk to us, man. Let us know how you feel about the 4th
Call.
ranked portal class in the nation, baby.
You see what the numbers were compared to the other schools? We had only 12, I think, right? 12 or 14. Yeah. So these other schools, we're competing with 30 to 40 players, bro. That's quality over quantity. As simple as that. You got quantity players that you needed for your spots that were missing. You got multiple O-line pieces that you can compete with, which I'm a big fan of Merriweather. I believe he'll start at right guard, right next to Jackson Cantwell. That's another one. Cantwell's gonna start. I'm excited to see him.
Mhm.
Those are big pickups when you add into the line. Obviously, you lose some, but
Yeah.
another guy that everybody's going crazy about, Darian Minson, the Cooper Barcade matchup. And I said earlier that this is going to be a Cam Ward and Restrepo duo all over again. I mean, probably better. Don't hate me if I say that, but it might just be a better duo than the Restrepo and Cam Ward, and I'm excited to see that. And then you throw Malachi Tony on next to that, and all these receivers, man, that we got weapons, dude. And we brought in Cam Vaughn and Dre Jacobs. A lot of people like I'm just gonna say Dre Jacobs from South Carolina. He's a big baller, bro. So, and of course, last one, edge rusher, I think is gonna ball out. Damon Wilson, man. He had nine quarterback sacks and about 52 QB pressures. That's comparing to Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain had about 80 and 9 sacks. So, but Ruben Bain had more games played, so take that as you will. So they're same two beasts, bro, and I can't wait to see it.
And Dusty, bro, I can't count, man. Some of the players that we bringing in this portal, bro, like I'm liking what I'm seeing from a lot of guys. I love the plan that Mario Cristobal uses. I feel like he targets guys that has production in college football and has played in college football. He don't take too many chances on the what if, just because guys was a 5-star coming out of high school, but they don't got no college film. He don't really take too many chances on those guys. He want to be sure that you able to play at the college level. And I'm kind of liking that, you feel me? Like guys like Cam Vaughn, you feel me? I feel like he's a little better version of CJ Daniels, if you be honest with me, because I watched this film, you feel me? I feel like he's a little bit more explosive than CJ Daniels was. And then the Benjavius Jacobs.
I couldn't say that. My bad. I apologize.
Yeah, I had wrote it down. I can't think of it off the top of my head, you feel me? So I had to write his name down too. And y'all, you feel me, in the chat, you feel me, in the comment section, hey, bear with me, because I'm going to mess up some of these names. I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't know all these boy names like that. You feel me? How to pronounce them, rather. I know their names, I don't know how to pronounce them like that. But yeah, Cam Vaughn, Benjavius Jacobs, you feel me? I like that. And I know a lot of people love the Omar Thornton, you feel me? But let me get ball out take. Let me get your take. How you feeling about, the transfer portal class being the 4th rank, you feel me, portal class, my guy?
Yeah. I'm finished where you left off, man. With the wide receivers, like you said, Jacobs and Vaughn. One thing I do would like to see more of this season is a little more aggressiveness with their size and fighting for the ball. Like even if it's a little underthrown, and you got to fight that DB off to get the ball. We didn't really see that from CJ Daniels that much, or Akila Marion. Like for example, that game. I'll just go to the Louisville game, right? One of those interceptions, I felt like Keelan Marion, if he would have fought back for the ball, used a little bit more of his size, he probably could have at least batted the ball down. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would like to see from these receivers that we are bringing in from the portal. You brought up Thornton.
Yeah, Mark Thornton, boy, that boy's a hitter.
He's a hitter. But he reminds me of kind of some of them DBs that we had on that 2024 team, where they would come up and make contact, but the receiver or the running back would just bounce off them and keep running up the field. So my main thing with Thornton is not just making contact, but wrapping up and actually fully making the tackle.
I seen a little bit of that. What you talking about? But I also seen him too. You feel me? Run straight through a couple of folks. You know,
Yeah, on
put
the
that
high school
wood
level,
on 'em.
that's real easy on the high school level. You know what I'm saying? But it's a whole nother level when we talking about
No,
the
I'm
play.
talking about Omar Thornton, the cat from Boston College. You feel
College,
me?
right.
Yeah, playing in the ACC. You know, made a lot of plays in the ACC, put up a lot of production.
Right.
And
right.
it's a the safety that we also added from Oregon State, Conrad Hussey.
Mm-hmm.
I seen a little bit of his film too. He's also a physical player. He's also from South Florida. You feel me?
We fought hard for him in high school. We lost at the last two with Florida State, and he chose him.
Hey, I like what I seen in him, the little bit that I did see, because I ain't find much film
Yeah.
on him, but the little bit that I did see, I like what I seen. But Brady, how you feeling, man? Let me know how you feeling, my guy.
I had to say being fourth in the portal rankings now, because we all know we're going through the whole playoffs and everything, so people were still jumping back and forth, like who was going to enter the portal, who was going to come, blah 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 blah. So when the playoffs started, we were like middle to bottom in portal rankings. But you get through with the playoffs, Mario and his loafers did the thing again. So
Okay.
But y'all actually I had two players written down that were Omar Thornton and Conrad Hussey. Those are the two that really stuck out to me, especially on the defensive side of the ball, since I'm more of a defensive guy than offense, even though I know offense is important with the wide receivers that we got with Jacobs and Vaughn and all that. But also another one to keep in mind on is on the D line. If you can't beat them, you better join them. And Mr. Jarquez Carter from Ohio State.
I heard good things about that young man.
He's gonna be a baller. He didn't really play at Ohio State, being coming out not this past, but the year before, so he didn't really get on the field, if any. But also Keona Davis, the Nebraska D tackle.
I think it's Keona Davis.
I think just wait for the defense with these portal guys and what we got bringing back.
We'll have a rotation.
Davis and the Keona Davis cat, man. I watched him too, man. I like he uses his hands a lot. You feel me? He's aggressive. You feel me? He's a real violent. And I think being in Miami strength and conditioning program, I feel like he's going to get a little bigger. Because 24/7 Sports got him listed at 6'5", 255. But when I was watching him, he looked a little bigger than that. But you never know, you feel me? But I know being in Miami strength and conditioning program gonna get him a little stronger, man. And Damian, I also want to talk a little bit more about Damian Wilson, man. Do we feel like he's gonna be able to bring a similar impact that Ruben Bain had? Because listen, this defensive line we got coming in, a lot of people, a lot of teams, they sleep. They thinking, Ruben Bain gone, Hakeem Mesidor gone. The defensive line ain't gonna be the same. Well, boy, hey, we got Damian Wilson, we got Hayden Lowe. You feel me? We got Marquise Lightfoot, Armando Blunt. We got some dogs on here, and a lot of people sleep on guys like Cole McConaughey, and Herbert Straughn. You feel me? And my boy Booker Pickett. You feel me? A lot of people sleep on those young men. Because you never know how they develop, you feel me? How their development came to this point. And I want to say going on their third season. Mm-hmm. But it's a lot of guys. We got some kickers also. I want to say Jake Weinberg, if I pronounce that right.
Yeah.
Some of these names I'm going to mess up. And we also just recently got a recruit today, Jonathan Klein, offensive lineman from East Tennessee State. I feel like that's just a depth piece, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And Jamal Merriweather, I feel like Coach Mirabal liked his size. I feel like he's seen the size. He's seen that he got some production that he played at University of UGA. So he can be able to work with that. Who else I see here? Jarquez Carter. I'm interested to see that. That's a good depth piece pickup, you feel me, for the defensive line. Jack Olsen, another kicker that we got. So we got two kickers, you feel me? So I guess we got a kicker competition going on.
For the second year,
man. What'd you say, my boy?
for the second year. Because they had the Burt Auburn and Carter Davis one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not mad at it, Dusty. You feel me? May the best man win. May the best man win every time. But I really like the Cooper Barcade. I
Yeah.
really like that pickup, man. I'm glad he decided to come with Darren Mensa, bro. Like, dog, this offense, we have multiple players that have put up over 1,000 yards of production. We got Cooper Barquette, Malachi Tony, Mark Fletcher, Darren Mensa, you feel me? Like the offense and just the other guys that put up production, you feel me? That didn't even get up 1,000 yards, but still had meaningful production throughout the season, bro. This offense is gonna be lethal. I feel like, but I want to hold my horses because I just gotta see how it comes together, my guys. I just gotta see how it comes together. But I also want to talk about the high school recruits, man. I can't leave out the young guys, you feel me? Because me personally, I'm not the biggest guy on high school recruiting because I like to see what they do once they get to the college level. But at the same time, I love that we are still recruiting at a high level.
Right.
Miami has the 8th ranked high school recruiting class, you feel me? So who are you guys most excited to see, you feel me? I'm going to start off with you, Ball. Like, who are some of the players you most excited to see as far as the high school recruits coming in?
Hey man, as far as the high school recruits, man, I'm excited to see what Wingo do, man. He 45 minutes away from where I grew up, man. Duval County, man. He from St. Augustine. And I know that place, you know, they pump out some pretty good talent, and I seen his high school tapes. Hey, Wingo the truth, man. He the truth.
Ball, that's crazy. I ain't know you was from Jacksonville. You know, I'm from Palaca. I'm from like an hour away from Duval.
Yeah,
I'm from Palaca.
I asked you the other day, was you from Palaca? Because you told me, you know, where you was from and everything.
Yeah, man. That's real, man.
Yeah,
that
so
from the Bengals.
yeah, man. So I'm Carson Beck neighborhood, man. You know, I played against Mariner growing up, so I already knew that, you know, that program was a pretty good program to come from. And same thing with St. Augustine, man. And Wingo, I seen, like you say, I seen his tape. I know he the truth. And of course he's not the only one, but you know, I'm gonna let everybody else speak. But as far as I'm concerned, I think Wingo the truth, man. I think he gonna end up beating out some competition, man. Even though I like Josh Moore. I want to see Josh Moore win because this is sophomore season, and I feel like if he don't play and get the reps that he feel like he need to get, he might jump in the portal. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So I want to see everybody eat the way they want to eat, and now that we got the quarterback that can spread the ball around, ain't no excuses, man. Shannon Dawson got to open that book up, man. My bad, y'all.
You good, Ball out. Man, listen, to your point about Samora and Wingo, you know, I'm from Palaca. It ain't nothing but 30 minutes from St. Augustine. St. Augustine High School is actually my high school rival. Right. And I know Samorian people, you feel me? I know his uncles, you feel me? I grew up around his uncles and stuff like that. Listen, the young man different. The young man from a different breed. He's going to be like that for real. As long as he stay locked in, the young man Samorian Wingo is definitely going to be like that. Now, watch this film, man. They throwing him Go Ball City. All I seen was blur, like just straight blur all over the page, all over the highlight film, man.
And hopefully that could translate
to see Lil Wingo, man,
to the college, to the, you know what I mean, on the college field. You know what I'm saying? Because you know we seen them ball out in high school. So
for real, man. Shout out to S Love, man. Shout out to S Love.
Yo.
Brady, how you feeling about this high school class, man? We got the 8th ranked recruiting class, dog. We got a lot of guys on here, man. A lot of football players, I feel like.
I feel very excited now because this is going on 4 years running where we've had a top 10 recruiting class. So that's huge on the part of the program. Just to see, like, hey, Mario knows what he's doing and keep getting these recruits.
That's a real one.
But I got 3 guys that kind of go under the radar that kind of don't get talked about from the recruiting class because everybody talks about Wingo, and I know he's a stud. And then you got Milan Paris, and you know Darian Coleman, Jackson Cantwell, all these guys that are like talked about through the recruiting class. But 3 guys that I'm really excited to see that aren't talked about enough. JJ Dunnigan at safety. I got DeAnthony Lafayette at DN. And I've also got Vance Spafford out of California. These guys, I don't think are getting the hype that these guys actually deserve. I've watched film on this JJ Dunnigan guy at a high school in which what Ball Out was talking about with Wingo translated to the college level. But I might be overreaching here, but JJ giving me a little remembrance of what Sean Taylor was and coming out and hit you and not even worry about hurting you.
And Brady, JJ is a big kid, man. I think he like 6'2", almost 200 pounds. He already got the college size. So being in this strength and conditioning program, he might push for some playing time. You feel
I'm
me?
telling you.
Like that's a player I am looking forward to see. He's also long and lengthy, dog.
Yeah.
And then who else you were saying, Brady?
DeAnthony Lafayette. He's an edge rusher.
I think he's a kid from Orlando, right? Leighton Lanier. Well, that's close to that's in Orlando area.
Yeah,
Lanier, Florida.
I wasn't really paying attention to like who we got at first, and then when we were on TikTok and I was on the phone with Cannon, and he started talking about this dude, I was like, all right, let me go look at this dude's film. This dude's the truth too, so he might bounce around and get some playing time too if somebody need a break. But yo, if we needed a slot receiver, if any, because I know Mally's got that position down packed at slot. I'm not worried about that. But if Mally need a break, Vance Spafford.
Yeah, young man.
Boy.
He's explosive. I ain't gonna cap. I seen his highlights too, Brady. The
Talk
young
about
man out of California.
Runs a 4.2 40. Hell, even if you don't put him at slot, put him at the kick return. But give him some playing time. Let him use that speed.
What's that guy from Florida State that they talking about? He the fastest guy in college football. What's his name? Y'all remember?
He's not that relevant.
Well, whoever he is, look out, boy.
Yeah,
because hey, we got one of the fastest guys in the country on our squad, hands down.
Yes.
Oh, Ashari Charles. Yeah, Chris, absolutely. Ashari Charles.
Hey, Brady, one mad at you about that JJ Dunnigan and Sean Taylor comparison. One say don't be doing that. You say compare him to Jacoby Thomas.
Let's get ready.
One say
my fault, Thomas. Man. Yeah, which
my fault, pimping.
I could compare him to Jacoby Thomas, but there could be a good.
But I thought what I think Brady was saying was like size and body build. That's what you meant for the most part.
Yeah, and well, also that, and also we all know how Sean Taylor didn't give a complete damn if he hurt you or not when he came up to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what reminded me with this JJ Dunnigan kid in high school. Now, if he can translate that to the college level, all good. One, yo, that could get dangerous.
and then too, well, so let me get Dusty. Dusty, how you feeling about this high school recruiting class, man? We were 8th in the nation, man.
Yeah, y'all covered a lot of it, but there's still some names.
Let us get
So this is back-to-back best class in the ACC for Mario Cristobal. His first top 10 for Miami, if I'm not mistaken. It's only going to get better. You guys covered a lot. Jackson Campbell is obviously he's going to start.
Yes.
Dude, we lost tackles, bro. He's going to start. It's simple as that. There's 2 guys on my mind. I don't want to butcher his name. Again, I'm bad with names. But it's that tight end. that tight end Gavin
Hold on, let me see. Let me look it up. Because I like, hey, I know who you talking about, boy. Listen.
Hold
I think
on.
it's Mueller.
Mueller.
No,
Yeah,
it's
Mueller.
It's Galvin Mueller. Yeah, it's
Mueller.
Galvin
Mueller.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mueller,
Mule.
He looks ripped at 6'6" at a tight end
bro.
standpoint. And I think he sits very well with Luka Gilbert at 6'7" and
Yeah.
Elijah Lofton not being that big, but he's your receiver kind of guy. And you got Luka Gilbert and that Gavin dude. Oh my God, that he's ripped, bro. So
Dusty.
he's
I
ready
watched
to
his
play day
highlights.
one.
See, the man was playing quarterback, slot receiver,
He was
tight
playing well
end,
everywhere.
defensive
He an athlete.
end.
He an athlete, my
Bro,
boy.
the man look explosive when he ran the ball. Listen, y'all need fans. You need to be excited about Gavin Mueller, the guy
Mueller.
Dusty brought up.
Oh my. And then you won't see him this year. I mean, you might because we don't got a tough schedule. I'd like to see Camden Portis get on the field.
Feel like that's
I would
another
love to
development.
see him get some reps in, get some corner reps or whatever he fits best on the squad, man. So I'd like to see him get some reps this year too.
Yeah.
We bringing in a lot of corners, Dusty. I'm not gonna lie to you, and a lot of those
You can,
guys,
hey,
they might not see much playing time because we bringing a lot of corners back. Like our secondary is deep right now, man, looking real nice. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I love how that secondary room coming together, man.
But when you think about that first half of the schedule, I think a lot of them guys gonna play that first half of the schedule.
Yep.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like.
We're gonna have to rest up some of them guys like OJ and O'Connor and Xavier Lucas. We're gonna have to rest some of them guys up.
And it's a young man in this recruiting class I want to bring up because a lot of people not talking about him because he came in as a 3-star. You feel me? And he just started playing, football for the most part. But this Frederick Saintis, the young man, defensive tackle, played in Naples. Right now, they did the official measurements in the freshman camp. Right now, he had 6'4", 303. Listen, if y'all ever get a chance, go watch his huddle tape. You feel me? Frederick Saintis, the young man is nasty. Listen, the young man getting busy on that defensive line. He moving stuff around. He disrupting the backfield. I'm real interested to see if he can make a push to get some PT this year, man, because the young man is nasty, and I feel like the young man ready. And I also want to bring up what Chris brought up, Ashari Charles. I feel like Ashari Charles is also going to be a beast because Ashari Charles, he was making noise in all the All-American games that he played in, man, and all the camps that he been to. Just making noise all through, you feel me, his high school days at Venice High School, the same high school that Damian Wilson played at, you feel me? So listen, the young man that we bringing in, I'm liking what I'm seeing. We even got another decent player I seen in Tyson Bacon, you feel me? He played at Hoover, Alabama. So we got some nice pieces that we brought into this portal. I mean, not portal, but high school recruiting class. And I will say another thing I like about this class, as far as the wide receivers, bro. I want what his name is. Let me see real quick. Yeah, Milan Parrish, Tyron Evans. Bro, a lot of these receivers got size. Even Samar and Wingo, they got size on them, man. We got guys that's 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", you feel me? And we got all kind of different body types in this wide receiver room this year, you feel me? From the guys that was here last year, from the guys that's coming in, from the transfer portal guys. Bro, I'm liking the size and the different, you feel me, ways that we can use these young men this upcoming season, my guy. And the high school recruiting class. Anything else y'all want to talk about the high school recruits, man?
I think we covered it all, man.
Yeah, I think we covered the whole basis of the recruiting class.
DBs, wide receivers.
Wide receivers are loaded this year, bro. We're gonna be loaded at weapons. There's no short of weapons on this team,
bro. We got so many weapons at the wide receiver room this year, man. I listen. Darren Minster ain't gonna know who he gonna want to throw the ball to at this point.
That's fact.
From the wide receivers, the tight ends, the running backs, bro. He can spread this thing all around the field. You feel me? So I must ask everybody, Brady, I'm gonna start with you, man. How do you feel about the roster as a whole up to this point? You feel me? Position by position.
All right. Right before I get to that, I was just going to let you know. Let me back up a little bit. DJ said that he texts you. He was trying to keep coming up, but it keeps kicking him out. So I'm going to let you
Oh,
know.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Unless he hitting the right link.
I don't know.
Yeah, just text him, ask him if he hitting the right link. I got my phone on silent, so I ain't know if he was texting me.
But anyways, the roster. The roster at this point is ridiculous and dangerous all at the same time. We didn't rebuild this year coming in with this recruiting class and all these transfer portal guys. We just reloaded
Most
completely.
definitely.
Especially after the key players that left, like Ruben Bain and CC and Bell, and then we.
Yes, sir. One. He talking about the Frederick Saints young guy. You keep going, Brady.
Oh yeah. And so all those key players that left already, we just plugged and play again. So that's what I love about being in the depth that we're at, especially as a roster standpoint, compared to what we were when Mario first got here.
Most definitely.
And Ruben Bain has already come out and said that, hey, if you think our defense was good this year, wait till you see what happens next year.
Bro.
He's saying that coming from Ruben Bain.
Bro,
so
when the world get introduced to Hayden Lowe, bro, they gonna wonder like, where was this young man? What is this? Was this created in the lab?
Yo, DP, I'm telling you, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if he didn't get hurt at the beginning of the season, he would have had snaps this year.
Yeah, he would have.
And I ain't gonna lie, Brady. I feel like it was a blessing in disguise. Sad. So I don't want to see no player get hurt.
Right.
But if he wouldn't have got hurt, we might not have seen that much of either Marquise Lightfoot or Armando Blunt. Because I feel like the snaps that those two young men got this year is gonna be so key for the next season. You think you seen something from them two last year? This upcoming season, Marquise Lightfoot and Armando Blunt is finna let you know why they were 5 stars.
And for anybody watching the show that wants to, because with Marquise Lightfoot, if you don't think he's the real deal, I want you to go back and watch the Indiana game when he ran through their running back to run to the opposite side to go chase after the quarterback. Just go watch that one play, and that'll tell you everything you need to know about Marquise Lightfoot.
Another year of the strength and conditioning program for that young man is going to do him wonders.
It's going to be nasty.
Dusty, I just about to get to you, baby. How you feeling about the roster up to this point, my boy?
Dude, you're only missing a questionable QB spot because you didn't want to. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but if Mario Cristobal was hunting in that portal for a QB, I feel like it wasn't working out for Luke Nickel. He wasn't seeing the production that he could see for him as a starter within the next year. That's just how I see it. If you see, the coach sees what he sees at practice. So obviously he needed a QB. So that's what I felt. We needed a QB. So we picked out probably the best QB you could have got out of the whole portal. You can't tell me different. Sam Levitt's good, but apparently he has off the field issues. A lot of these other guys are kind of, in my opinion, overrated. Dylan Raiola, et cetera, et cetera. I don't want to talk, too much. But as a team, we are loaded, dude. I'm big on our running backs. Mark Fletcher coming back after having 4 back-to-back 100-yard games. Like, come on. How do you do that in the playoffs, man? And that's just nasty, bro.
Beast mode.
So you had that, and if your O-line can keep up, man, it's gonna be nasty. Because I trust the D-line and Heatherman, man. So I know our DBs will be back. I know our D-line's gonna be hungry as ever. So we just gotta make sure. I think, like I said, on defense, Kellen Wiley, since we lost Big Popo, there's been tape that went out on X not long ago about Kellen Wiley's tape on practice, and it was nasty, man. He was lining up on the line, getting off blocks. He was getting off as linebacker, cutting in, getting right through. It was nasty, man. He was getting interceptions. He's a freak on the field. I can't wait to see him this year if he gets the chance.
And Dusty, dog, Kevin Wiley, Bonner, Pruitt, I feel like they got a chance to really make some noise this season because they're gonna get some real key snaps. You feel me? Because we got Muhammad Toure coming back. I feel like that's a blessing in disguise, and Chase Smith, that's a blessing in disguise. We got some veteran guys that been here, that been through the program, that been in the resume. Muhammad gonna be in his second year. Chase don't been here from the longest, from the jump. You feel me? So they know what the standard is at this point, and they know what Coach Corey Helderman want. You feel me? From the rest of the linebacker room, even Bobby Pruitt. You feel me? Kevin Wiley gonna be back.
Yeah.
So we gonna see what them young men gonna do and bring to the table because they real athletic, they real fast, they can play sideline to sideline, they can play in space. So it's gonna get real interesting in that linebacker room. You feel me? Now, as far as Muhammad Toure and Chase Smith, I feel like they are more so of our downhill linebacker, to attack the run. They play in space a little bit, but I wouldn't say they're like the type of linebacker that Kellen Wiley potentially could be, and Bobby Pruitt and the Connor young man is. They can play in space. I've seen that also. You feel me? My boy Dusty, you got anything else you feel me about the roster?
I think just to top off on your linebacker situation, I think the trio is what you said. Chase Smith, Mo Toure with his 8th year, which is really huge, man. You gotta, they can make fun of us all they want, man, but he went through a heck of a story. Just like McCormick not long ago that played for us. He went through one heck of a story too, man. So, but having those two, Chase Smith and Mo, and I think Kellen Wiley will be right there, right next to him on them 4-3 looks, just waiting to get something. And Bryce Fitzgerald, dude, he's thirsty, man. So expect more interceptions coming out of him.
And I expect him to even put more size on to be able to, take some of that punishment he be on making tackles and stuff. Because I know sometimes he don't like to tackle, but I feel like once he see his body get, a little bigger and getting that, strength and condition program, I feel like he'll be willing to lay that wood a little bit more. Ball out. How you feeling about the roster, baby?
Oh yeah, man. As far as the offense, I feel like starting off, the offense will probably be ranked within the top 10. But until they prove themselves on the field with all of those new pieces coming in on the offensive line, we have the potential of being a top 3 offense. We have the potential of being a top 3 offense. Until we prove that, they won't have us in the top 3, but I do feel like they will have us in the top 10 because of all of the pieces that we have as far as
I agree with that. Ball out.
Wide receivers, running backs. You got a 1,000-yard running back in Mark Fletcher, and you got Darren Mensah. So, and then on the defensive side, same thing. I think that they will have us in the top 10 until we prove that we are willing to be the top 5, which is what we are capable of. We are capable of being a top 5 defense with all of the weapons you guys just named, from the Wilsons to the Moten on the inside and the Scotts and all of the linebackers you guys just named. And I'm more curious to see what happens with this DB room, especially on those corners, because we didn't see a whole lot from my guy.
Who that?
Brown, right? He was hurt.
Oh, you're talking about Damari.
Damari Brown.
Damari, we know he was in and out a few.
Right. Damari was hurt. So we didn't really see a whole lot out of the cornerback room. And then O'Connor had a bad game for his last game, but I feel like this is going to be a comeback year for O'Connor. Me personally, I feel like he got a lot to prove. He had a similar ending to dang, these names is slipping my mind right now. What's the other corner who was hurt and then we had to take him out for
OJ Frederick.
OJ had a bad game against Syracuse last year, and ultimately that was the game we needed him to show up in, and he had a very bad game in Syracuse, and we didn't make it to the ACC championship, but he had a very good year this year before he got hurt. And I feel like that O'Connor is gonna be on that same type of prove it year. Like this is gonna be his year to prove it and step up. And yeah, man, I feel like the DBs is gonna be on a mission this year, dog, and that defense is gonna be. I think a lot of people are counting the defense out. Everybody's looking forward to Mensa and what the offense is gonna do, but I think the defense, a lot of those guys, most of those guys, experience this team going to a national championship, so they have the experience. You know what I'm saying? So they really want to get back more than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's not to discard the Malachi Tonys and the Mark Fletchers, but that DB room, they deep with guys who experienced. Hey man, we was there and we want to get back there. You know what I'm saying?
And to
So
be honest with you, ball out. Honestly, every single position room I will say is deep with experience besides the offensive line room and the tight end room.
tight
I would
end.
say them positions probably not so deep with experience, but I have to trust the coaching. I gotta trust the coaching with that. You feel me in that situation? And like you said, to your point, ball out. As far as like the season, like on paper, bro. On paper, this look like this could be one of the best rosters that Mario Cristobal has put together. You feel me? But that's on paper. We got to see if these young men can gel together and come to one, lock in. And because right now, championships are won in the offseason. You feel me?
Yo,
Spring practice in March. So that's where you win championships at. You got to start grinding right now, getting that mode right now, getting locked in right now if you want to become a champion. You feel me?
So let me ask you a question. DP.
What's up, my boy?
What happens if this, and I'm just hypothetically speaking, what happens if this Wilson guy ends up being like the transfer that we had from Tennessee with Cam Ward, that season we had with Cam Ward? Remember, we started off with the Gators and we shot up to the sky, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then out of
Tyler
nowhere,
Barron?
declining. Yeah, Bear, right?
Oh, you talking about Damian Wilson?
What happens if we experience that with Damian Wilson?
I'm gonna be honest with you, ball out. I don't think we'll experience similar. Cause I feel like they play with them. Those two players play with different motives. I feel like Damian Wilson, he showed to always play with a high motor, even when he played in Georgia. Because I kind of like his Georgia tape more than I like his Missouri tape, even though Missouri, he made more plays. But his Georgia tape, I'm talking about he was playing the run and he was getting after the passer when he was at Georgia. So he showed that he can do both when he was at Georgia. Besides Missouri, he was more so just getting after the passer. And I feel like him going up against these ACC offensive linemen, I feel like that's not going to be a problem. I feel like he's going to be able to go ham. And then you got Ahmad Moulton in the middle, Justin Scott in the middle, and whoever else they want to put on the outside from the Lightfoot, the Armando Blunt, the Cole McGlynn, whoever you want to put over there, you're going to have too much to worry about just to key in on Damian Wilson. So, and then too, you got to key in on the coaching he's going to get from Jason Taylor. You feel me? I feel like Jason Taylor is going to add more to his game, you feel me, more to his repertoire and more to his bag as a pass rusher. So I feel like it's going to really benefit him coming to Miami, getting some knowledge from the great Jason Taylor and Damian Lewis. You feel me? I feel like D. Lewis, and I'm sorry, I forgot to say Hayden Lowe, because Hayden Lowe might be on that other side too. You feel me?
That's right.
You feel me? And like, but yeah, man, the way this roster coming together, dog, bro, it's gonna be hard. It really, as far as the offense, the big key is gonna be how our offensive line coming together. Because I think Rodriguez, I think he might be our center, but Rodriguez, he's not necessarily always known to be healthy. You feel me? So, and I seen him when the last time I seen him, I guess that was the Florida game last year. He looked pretty good, but he got hurt. So I don't know. We got to see if he's going to be healthy. SJ Afalatui, he was a freshman last year, the young man that played a lot of fullback in certain formations. I seen him. I feel like he got to get a little bigger, you feel me, to play center. Yeah. So I don't know. Then our guards, you feel me? I know Matthew McCoy can play guard if we want to put Matthew McCoy on the guard. But who would be the other guard? Feel me? Guys going to be battling out because I think they're going to put Sefton Okalola at left tackle. And I feel like Jackson Cantwell, even though we got to be honest, he's one of the best recruits that came in this class, but we ain't seen him play college football yet. So I trust Coach Mirabal, I Coach Cristobal to get him ready to play, but we still got to see it. So far as the offensive line, it's still a question, you feel me? For me, I got to see it. I got to see it on game day. I got to see how it looks together. I got to see if they move people around or we got to hurry up offense, get the ball out Mensa hand class because we in trouble. So that is my question. And then two guys, before we get out of here, I do want to talk about the schedule, man. The upcoming schedule drop. And I want to get y'all thoughts on the schedule, you feel me? So how y'all feeling? Dusty, let me know how you feeling about the schedule, my guy.
This is what they were saying last year. If it don't matter about the schedule anymore. It's about your record. If you finish 10-2, 11-1, you're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's what they was complaining about because Texas said if they would have never scheduled Ohio, they would have been in the playoffs. So it's a funny situation, but we're in the ACC. We got ACC opponents, and then we can choose who we schedule. Florida didn't want to schedule us again this year. So we could take that into fact. I think the contract was over, so we couldn't even do anything about that. I'm just happy we play Notre Dame at the end of the year so we can go into a hopefully undefeated matchup. Show them who's the real team again for the second year in a row and call it a day, bro. Because I don't worry about the schedule because they're gonna hate on us every week. They haven't played nobody. They'll drop us in the rankings because we haven't played anybody. You'll see it coming, dude. I mean, it is what it is. But if you finish the season winning and you win the ACC, you're in the playoffs, bro. That's all that matters.
How you feel about Stanford week 1?
Week 1, man. That's easy, bro. This is what I mean. This is good for Jackson Cantwell and players like this. So they're not playing big schools before they get their first start. They're getting first starts against Central Michigan, Stanford, teams like this, dude. I think it's just I like it personally, but obviously I want to see more. As a season ticket holder, I want to see more bigger games at home and less Thursday and Fridays. That's annoying. Yeah. Having 3 Fridays and a Thursday, that's not good, bro.
Thursday nasty, man.
Are they using this for views? Like, are they trying to get I don't know, man.
Because I will say, as far as the viewership, a lot of people gonna have their eyes on just that game. You feel me, on a Friday or a Thursday. But just as far as the fans being at the games, people got to be at work. People got to get from work here, rush the game. I feel what you're saying, Dusty.
I live across the state.
Can chime in on what I'm finna say real quick. The first 4 games: Stanford, FAMU, Wake Forest, Central Michigan. I do feel like those are games to get guys, you feel me, used to the speed of college football. To get guys, you feel me, a little comfortable with playing out there and getting them some good snaps, because you're gonna see Clemson on game 5, you feel me? Ball out, how you feeling about the schedule?
Patty cake. Baker's man.
That real now.
I don't see nothing but bread. Nothing but bread.
That real now.
I think we'll run into a little bit of a dog fight when we get to probably Clemson. Because I think that Dabo probably want to prove something to Mensa. Mensa want to prove something to Dabo because they went in a little dog fight when he was at Duke. But man, outside of that, man, I don't see Notre Dame. I don't see definitely anybody else. Wake Forest might give us a little bit of a scuff up because their quarterback is pretty nice. I like that guy. Man. But my thing is, with our schedule, everybody wants to talk about how we not playing anybody. But when you look at Ohio State, outside of Indiana and maybe Michigan, they're not playing anybody. Notre Dame, same thing. Outside of us, they're not playing anybody. So I don't want to hear anything about our schedule and the competition and the strength of schedule. I don't want to hear that this year, bro. I really don't, bro. Because a lot of these other guys, they ain't playing nobody either.
Yeah, I'm about to say about the Clemson game, me personally, I'm not that worried about Clemson at this point.
Oh no,
They
I'm
lose.
not worried. I'm
Yeah, I'm
not
about
worried
to
at
say
all.
they losing a lot of they seniors, veteran guys,
Right.
and Dabo, he don't want to use the portal. And the one time he did use the portal, Ole Miss say, give me that,
Yeah,
like
fuck
Chris
them.
Brown, you feel me?
Fuck
So I
He
don't
said,
know what Clemson gonna look like.
I
I
stole
don't
that
know
shit.
what
That's
Clemson gonna look like. But what other game, what all else you was saying, ball out?
No, I was just saying that as far as our schedule compared to a lot of the other top teams in the country, as far as like Ohio State or Notre Dame, a lot of times they like to try to say that we don't have a really good schedule because of the ACC, but a lot of those other guys, they're not playing anybody either. Like Ohio State, outside of Indiana and Michigan, maybe Michigan. I mean, who knows what they might have this year? They're not playing anybody. And then same thing with Notre Dame. We're the only person on their schedule that is really significant. So I don't want to hear that strength of schedule
Yeah,
stuff.
and to that point, ball like you just made, man, the ACC, it could be tricky, dog. Like you always have that team or two to just come out of nowhere and have a decent season. You feel me?
Right,
Like who
right.
expected Virginia to look like the way they did this year? Virginia,
Who
I think
expected Duke
Virginia
to win
won
the
10, 11
ACC
games this
championship?
year.
Watch out for Louisville, bro. I think they're gonna come hard this year. They got that Isaac
Honestly,
Brown. They got Isaac Brown back. He went in the portal and then he turned around, went back to Louisville. Dude, I think they got something going down there at Louisville. They're gonna try to go for meet us in the ACC.
and Dusty, I will say too, another team that might be, we don't play them this year neither. We don't play Louisville or NC State. 'Cause I feel like NC State, the way they stacked up in the portal, they got a few of our guys. They trying to be Miami Junior. You
Right.
feel me? Miami
SMU.
Junior. So they
SMU
might
Junior.
have a little squad this year too.
Yeah. And then you can't forget about Georgia Tech. I mean, they went and got Mensa brother. I mean, not Mensa brother.
Mendoza.
Mendoza brother.
Yeah.
And, I feel like they'll find a way to coach him up and have him like another Haynes King, and yeah, they could be somebody to look out for too.
Brady, how you feeling about the roster up to this point, my guy?
I've got pros and cons to this schedule.
Let me know, man. I mean the schedule. I'm talking about the roster. Yeah. How you feel about the schedule? I'm tripping on the cane juice, man.
I'm with Dusty on the whole 3 Fridays and 1 Thursday. Why? That, like you said, maybe viewership, but come on, man. Like, but I do like to start off Friday, Thursday, Friday. That's the start of the schedule. So, of course, I'm not really worried about the Friday, Thursday, Friday to start off the schedule between Stanford, FAMU, and Wake Forest. But I do like the fact that we're getting the West Coast game, since we're at Stanford, out of the way.
Yep.
And not in the middle of the season again. I also like the fact that we're playing Notre Dame towards the end of the schedule, because, like, I think it was Dusty was saying, that gives these guys reps to get to that point of now we can find out who we actually think they're going to be in college.
Mhm.
I also do like the fact that we end the season with 3 straight home games.
Yeah, that's nice too.
That's nice. Coming back from this year where we didn't leave the state of Florida for the first 7 games, now they've kind of got it mixed up where we go to Stanford. We're in North Carolina. Actually, we're in North Carolina twice this year, South Carolina once, Indiana once, but it's all separated. So I do like the fact of that schedule. I guess the only none of those compared to the roster. The roster is 2 levels above. Oh, absolutely one.
Yeah, I respect that one.
But yeah, the only issue I have is the 4 midweek games, like weekday games. I shouldn't say midweek because that's Wednesday, but so 4 weekday games compared to Saturday. So, like I said, pros and cons about it. Stanford's out of the way first game of the year, so we don't have to worry about going to the West Coast anymore. I do like the fact that we did put North Carolina back on the schedule this year.
Oh yeah, I know there was at some point they were gonna be back on there.
Get back.
Be-
I need that.
Yeah, I've been
absolutely, ball. That's
get
just
back
what
up
I was
on.
about to point out. These past few years, except for like this past year, North Carolina and Georgia
like
Tech,
4 or 5 years in a row, Brady.
yeah, North Carolina and Georgia Tech has had our number. For some reason, they have had our number.
I need that.
That's why. But when you first looked at the schedule before it came out, they only had 8 ACC games. And I was wondering who the ninth was going to be. And I was hoping it was going to be Georgia Tech, but they ended up putting Duke in that spot. So, but now it's funny they put Duke in the spot after we just took their quarterback and wide receiver. So,
and took Jai Lucas, Brady. Don't forget.
now,
Our basketball team,
pulling out
man.
the basketball team.
we just stealing everything from Duke, bro. We telling you, we taking
I
it.
tell you, man.
So-
Walk in their trap, take over their trap.
Yeah, come on, bro.
But what I want to say too about the schedule, man, I like how it basically give some of our young guys a chance to get their feet wet, especially like the first 4 games. You feel me? So once they get to the conference play, well, we got a Wake Forest conference game. But besides that, the 1, 2, 3, want to say we got 3, 4, 5, 6 straight conference games, somewhat. Give those guys a chance to get their feet wet. And I also want to say, man, as the Miami Hurricane, as far as Mario Cristobal going into his 5th season as a head coach, I think it's time to put a stamp on the ACC. We got to be able to dominate this conference and take control over this conference and win the damn thing. You feel me? We got to hit this milestone. We got to get this monkey off our back. Because I'm tired of each and every year, for some reason, we're not able to win this damn conference. It's not that hard, especially when you're out recruiting everybody in the damn conference every year. Because I feel like if it comes down to this year, us getting in and we don't win the conference, it's going to be hard as shit to do it. We have to win this conference if we want a guaranteed spot in the playoff. And not only that, give us a bye. Because the gauntlet that we went in this playoff, the playoff run that we just had to go through, man, we was beat up when we got to the Natty. Our players was beat up, tired. They had to go to war just to make it to the Natty. They had to go through a gauntlet. So winning the conference, having a beautiful, nice, undefeated record, and having a bye in the playoffs, I feel like would be just. And I know a lot of people be scared, say I feel like they might have to lose a game just to let them know how it feel to lose. Man, forget all that jive. Just win. Go out there and dominate. It's year 5. Show that you can dominate the ACC. Conquer the ACC. Can we please finally conquer the ACC? Clemson went on a run. Oh, FS Pooh went on a run, but they down there struggling right now. We don't care about no FS Pooh Seminole. But Miami, can we dominate the ACC? That's my challenge for Mario Cristobal this year. Dominating this conference. I'm tired of being people coming up here, other schools, throwing down this U. I don't want to see that. I want them to respect this U again. Put some respect on it, like my boy Birdman say. Put some respect on my name.
Put some respect.
You feel me? But I appreciate y'all boys for coming through for me. You feel me? I'm gonna let y'all boys, shout out your stuff. You feel me? Before we get out of here, Brady, let the people know where they can find you at, my guy.
Brady on TikTok. It's got a little cross symbol with the U, TDG by the name. Here on YouTube at the Canes Fan 26.
Yes, sir. Dusty, let the people know where they can find you at, my guy.
Easy, man. TikTok again, TDG Dusty. You'll find it pop right up. We're on the road to 50K, man.
Yes, sir. Ball out. Let the people know where they can find you.
Ball Out Tommy Clips at Ball Out Tommy Clips, YouTube. Ball Out Tommy Clips at TikTok. Holla at me.
Yes, sir. And you have Just Talk Sports with your boy DP, man. Like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section, call us crazy, tell us what we're talking about, or show us love. Either way, it's all about the you. Go Canes, you feel me? We're trying to make it back to the natty. We're trying to dominate the college football landscape again. Put some respect on the Miami Hurricane names, baby. We are out of this thing. You dig?